Alright, welcome back everyone. Here we are starting up day 7, the Magic House, Dollhouse is what I'm calling it, build. I think we've completed this lower room. We're going to commence working up on the upper room now. I think that's what we're going to end up doing. Looks like it. Probably take at least a couple of days to get this one decorated and ready to go. But really coming together now. I got our little building and my tray of tiny pieces. Only got 3 pieces in it right now, so seems to be doing, they're doing a pretty good job. Build it, stick it in, build it, stick it in. The first couple of days I was wondering about that. But that's, like I said, we're going to start working on some more stuff for this room now. So I'll set you down, because I don't think I'm going to be putting anything in there tonight, based on what I'm seeing in our to-do list here. Get a little more light on the subject, and I'll tell you that if you're new here, this is what I do. I buy these kits and build them step by step, mostly in real time. You get to see all my successes and all my failures, and how I hopefully fix those inevitable failures as they come up. Upload daily and just try and have a good time. We're not solving the world's problems, just building silly little models, having a bit of fun. If you see any kits or builds or sets you want me to take a shot at, feel free to drop in the comments. I'm always looking to add on to my list, and I've got the most intelligent audience on YouTube because y'all provide me with nothing but the best options. That being said, we're ready to jump in and get going on this thing, so let's see what we're gonna do. Got build. Let's see, I'm trying to think. Looking at this, the instructions say build one side of this, and these guys in there, and then stick it onto the back frame. But I think I'm gonna go a different route. I think I'm gonna grab my square and my piece of acrylic here. No, it is acrylic, I'm using the covered side. What I'm gonna do is stick this guy into my square, and my side, the bigger gap goes to the top. This is where our shelves go. So that goes in there. Actually, no. This guy goes up here. And then this guy, this bigger gap at the top, goes in there. Yeah. We got our little feet down at the bottom. So yeah, I think. So step 1 is going to be putting the top in, getting it square, and then we'll add the side on. Like I say, I'm going rogue on this, so you can learn from my mistakes if it doesn't work. Okay, this stuff, I generally use the old Gorilla Super Glue. Not sponsored, but I just like saying Gorilla Glue. I like the alliteration. Okay, and let's see, nice thin smooth coat here on one side, hopefully. Show a side, flip you over, down, back, into the corner, pressure every side I can manage. That should be, looks like a pretty good corner. It's not focusing on it, but take my word for it. Pretty, about as perfect as I get them. Okay, so let's see, back in the, and like I said, this one, make sure I get our tall gap to the top. We're going to go in here, like so. So, up to the old Gorilla Super Glue. And a smooth coat there, and probably just a few. I'm not going to try and coat the whole side, but just get enough on there to make sure it sticks. Just pushing from every direction that I can. And that should be good. Alright. Got a little off on the bottom here, but I think it's within tolerance. I don't know if you can even see it on the camera. There's a little kick out there at the bottom. Now, I'm going to do the other side. And I'm going to go back and put the shelves in after the fact, I think. Let's see, so here in here. Get snug in the corner as much as I can. Let's bring in. Let's see, this is. Let me get something to push against the bottom there. Make sure I'm not breaking my shelf off or my edge off. Okay, so I can force that in there. Still tight on getting pressure on there. I think I can get that in there. I don't think I was just getting really not a lot of room to work with in between. Okay, Morgan's calling me. Let me go see what she wants. I'll be right back. Okay, she just wanted me to let me know that I let her water bowl get empty, and she was not pleased with me for that. Can I do it freehand? Let's see. And you know what I did? Put that in backwards, but I think it'll still be okay. Because that's the one that goes up against the wall. Just have to eyeball the shelves when I put them in. Yeah. I don't know if I have confidence in it. I like having that straight edge against that. Let's see. I think that's not square on the ground. It's going to be that one. Oh, this way might work. Got a little there. Let's see. I just should have done this side first. Yeah, that's not tall enough. Yeah. No. Okay, back to the inside. Just moving everything around. Okay, let's need to push against that frame there to keep it squared. Okay. I think this angle I can get it. Sort of a little bit awkward, but it's everybody's in place. Okay. Okay, and do it the right way this time. Okay. Pushing in. Drop you right off the bat. There it goes. Okay. I think I got it now. And another 3 seconds maybe. Okay. Oh, that looks. I think that one kicked in a little bit, so I think it's going to even out. It's all said and done. Like I say, this one's going to go up against the back corner wall, so that'll be okay that I goofed that up. Now, these guys go in. Here. Been a lot easier if I hadn't put actually are worked out. That is actually going to be better because I can see over here, I can see to line it up with it. I think that might have accidentally been a good thing. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, so sticking with the super glue, although I could probably get away with the B7000 on this piece because I think, in full disclosure, I'm doing this last night because I need to get a 2-video day in this week because I got some family stuff coming up on Wednesday night. So I want to make sure I'm not having to stay up till all hours of the night to get this done on Tuesday. Pressure on that side. So I'm going to try and do the first half of this video tonight and finish up tomorrow because I think that'll let me get far enough ahead to. I say that just pure luck that worked out that good. I wish I could say I was that had that much forethought, but I did not. Like I say, just pure luck and I think that's going to end up working really good. Because it's always hard to line up both sides from the inside when you haven't got much room to see. So, I say, better to be lucky than good, I think is what I've always heard. Okay. Sure there. I just saw what we got to do after the fact. Okay. This is what's coming up. I started seeing all those bottles in there. I was like, how are you going to get all those in there? You go from the back. But, looks like then this guy, I want it to be square with the sides and the bottom. I want those feet to be even. So that probably be, make sure you stay in that corner, even to the corner. And I think I will use a B7000 on this because I'm going to be, like I said, I'm going to be able to set this one down and let it dry overnight. They should. I think this gets covered, so they'll just get plenty of little dots. Okay. Not even need that. Probably will. Okay, let's get back here where it's sort of level. And all the way over. Yep, it's fairly. Okay, so that finishes up our cabinet, and I think I'm going to go ahead and get my bottle started up tonight. So, like I say, and I'll cut until tomorrow, and that way everything will be ready to install on the cabinet tomorrow. So I'll set you aside and let you get dry overnight. Get my my bowl of goodies It's all evidently. I forgot to pull my cappers. So I got to make a couple of books too. So I'm gonna go on there. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make the books because they should be pretty straightforward on those. That's just putting stickers. We're doing, keep going on 16 and 17. Yeah, they are. That's something they are doing good about these stickers. They're using the book ones in order anyway. So we got one missed. Oh. Far enough over, I think. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Pretty good. Okay. And let's see, actually gonna make the scrolls too while I'm going. I sort of enjoy making these. A little curl in it to start with. A little screwdriver or anything can do this. Just the tool I have handy with a nice round barrel on it. I think these are actually supposed to be a little bit bigger, so I'll probably actually go ahead and use this to wrap them too. Started. Roll them up. Glue out. All over my fingers. Got it in the important part too, because it's going to stay together. Let's see where I sealed up my hand with cryoacrylic. There we go. One. Actually, I say these do look like they're supposed to be really big. Do I have anything? It's a little bit wider. Let's see if I can. Yeah, that'll do it. I go a little bit further down into the curl this time, so maybe I won't glue myself. Alright, nice. Actually, I wonder, if I wanted to, I could sleeve them in there. That'd be a different look. Have it something about like that. Yeah, I've already had the thoughts, intrusive thoughts occurred, so I guess I'm gonna have to go ahead and try and do that. Just put a little glue in there. And easier around it. I'm gonna leave it about like that, sort of sitting on its side, and that should stay in place. Books, cabinet, scrolls back there. Alright. Now, a little batch of these guys, and so, like I've been doing, I'm just going to make up a, there's supposed to, maybe that 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. So just give me 11 spots here. A little well spaced out. Hopefully this will do the trick I'm looking to do. That one was uneven, so probably not good for that one. And that one, I sort of doubt this is going to work on this one, but let's see. Maybe it did. Shows how much I know. There's another one that's got a little jag on it. Okay, it popped right off. And this is going to be tricky. Okay, well, we got them all standing up, so that's, I think that's a start. Let me grab my bead dealio here. Hopefully. And pop 11 of these off to be our bottle caps. Okay. They are all there. This one. A little extra on it. So I go that way, then I just bounced over here. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Now my least favorite part of these things, trying to get them to stick into those little beads. I think I'm going to pre-glue them and just try and assemble line this thing. So. And that does make the glue a little stickier when it's had a minute or two to get ready. Did it fall over? Okay, let's see if I can get these done. I will call that a night and we will pick up, or y'all see it immediately, but I'll pick up tomorrow Must be that one. You know what? I think I cut off the wrong beads. Yeah. 17, where's it? There's another one in there. Yep. Oh, see. Yep. I pulled the wrong caps. It's supposed to be the other. That might make it a little easier. Did the same things for the ones last night. So. Yep. Those didn't seem wrong. Yep. There's my Ziploc. So, let's see. Bigger beads should make it easier. Now. Always gotta be a wise guy. That bead's almost as big as the bottle. Alright, that went much better than I thought it would. These things are usually not that cooperative, so I guess getting everything lined up and ready to go didn't hurt nothing. Okay, don't do that. Wait until tomorrow to start trying to break those strings. And you guys back up. Okay. But like I told you, I'm gonna call it a night and go get a good night's sleep, hopefully. But for you, I'll be right back in a second. Okay, a new day has dawned and glue is thoroughly dried for our selection of magic bottles. I think I'm going to have to do some level. I think this is the one that's got some stuff on the bottom of it. Things looking pretty good. I think I'm going to stand by the decision to layer those scrolls. I think that's going to end up being a good little, effect. But what I didn't, I'd seen it, but I thought they were going to be stickers, but we got labels to actually cut out and put on 6 of these bottles. Not looking forward to this part because I always have trouble with these teeny tiny stick glue bits, but I'm going to give her a go. First thing, I can get them to cut out fairly close to the lines. Too much to focus on. Let's go this way. I guess technically they're supposed to be like hand-drawn labels, so I don't guess it's super important that they're cut straight. See, these are the ones I'm really not looking forward to trying to glue because I've barely got enough there to not get glued. This one. Okay. Now at all these scraps, I gotta find the 6 labels. One. Okay. It could be some of these bigger ones. Not you. Not you. Nope. It's amazing how they all landed face down. Okay, got one. Didn't get close enough on this edge. Okay, there's one. On that edge there, but I think it's too small for me to cut again. So. Okay, get to the point where they've all got to be labels now. Okay, so this should be the last one here. Okay, so missed one. My plan is just pull the ones that need labels first and sort of set them. Ooh, I guess I'll need, actually, so I'll pull the ones that don't need labels so I can still have them stuck to the backboard to put the labels on. Okay, so this guy, well that's disappointing. Okay, first thing, I will fix the fact that the lid came off. Are any of the other ones going to fall off as soon as I touch them? Nope, okay. Try that again. You in. Try to set you down somewhere where it'll hopefully get stuck in place. It's sticking to me. Knock it off. Try again. Use my tweezers maybe. And a way to set it down. Okay. Now. Back to business. Okay, so these guys don't need. Okay, that one stayed, so that's good. And that one wobbled around on me pretty good. Yep, that didn't stick either. That's Also disappointing. Okay, a little more generous. Let me see, I think I got, let's sit it down in this little hole here to try and keep it upright. Yeah, that worked. And I hope every lid doesn't pop off as I'm removing. Okay. Next. Okay. And it stayed on. Yay. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, those are the ones that get labels. Okay. 5. And I've already lost one of my labels. Just stuck to the back hand, underneath. Nope. Oh well. I'm not heartbroken about that. Let's see here. This one. Okay. You can't really pick a thing up. Goes on the green bottle here, so. I think my sanity may end up requiring me to not do this. We'll see. Okay. Oh, got that on there. Maybe it'll stay. Oh, there's, found the sixth one somewhere. It reappeared. Okay, now on the orange one we get another one of those. Okay, so glob on there. Pushing it right at the end of the tweezers. Two. Now, these two looks like get the big boys. Glob on the side here. And then these little yellow guys get these skinny upright ones. Can't even get a hole for them. Okay. Actually, fairly surprised I was able to get those things all on there. Now, strings we have one day. Okay, so these. Get rid of those now. Okay. Now we need a butterfly picture. Get those. It doesn't take long for those to get. I hope it won't take long for those to get sticky anyway. A picture, our books. This will come up next. And this guy. And all our bottles. Okay, so there's the three that I've so far successfully gotten out. Okay, so first step looks like our butterfly picture goes in the back on the bottom here, or about back there. Can't twist my arm that far. So I'm thinking I'm gonna get this side, sure that it's all wood there. I'm not pushing against paper on my gluing. I'm gonna go ahead and go for broke and hit the super glue and mount that. That should be pretty straightforward, I think. Clean that brush off as much as I can. Make sure I hit the right side. Yeah, upright. So it's nice. Smooth, even coat. And not like that. That's the wall with pressure. Okay, I should still have enough room for all my, what comes next. I get 3 bottles in front of it, and our books go over here on this side. So likewise, let me hit the bottom of the book, make sure I get rid of any excess paper, so we got a nice smooth focus, a smooth bottom of the book to glue against. And take with the super glue. If it was up against the wall, I wouldn't worry about the super glue, but it's supposed to be they're supposed to sort of be standing up on their own, like so. And the other one is supposed to be like a little space in between them, according to the picture, or something like that. That's set up again. Putting those labels on slowed me down a lot more than I thought it would, so I don't know how I'm going to get as far as I wanted to tonight or not. So in there. Okay. That's a pretty fair representation of what they got. Now, picture the dark green one. Goes in there. This is on the top shelf. Okay, so actually the first one by. Okay, we saw that coming. Trying to not pull my labels off and pull the lid off. Okay. Maybe I can put it in there to dry. Get my... Okay, so reapply the bottle top. And so let's go in. The bottles go in there. And of course, it's sticking to the label. Got glue on the sides. Alright. I'll push you back against the frame, maybe. And up. Okay, it'll stand up if I leave it where you can't see anything. No, it won't. It's falling forward now. And I'm back in the glue. Trying to find a poke it with. Okay, I think looks like it's staying fairly still now. And this guy goes next to in front of it. They can lean against each other. And then our orange guy. This one. I think I just knocked them. And I think I knocked it off. Yeah, once again, didn't use enough glue on those bottle caps. Okay, it goes. Next. And then I knocked those over and all doing all that. Stay upright. Glue on that. Apply the bottle cap. Maybe. Okay, there those are. Almost doing what they're supposed to do. I think I'm going to go ahead and bite the bullet. Okay, that one feels okay. That one came off. Yeah, that one came off too easy. Yeah, all these came off too easy. Yeah, I'm just going to go back and do all that again, because they shouldn't keep falling off. So a little more generous with the glue, maybe. Give them 15 or 20 minutes to hopefully dry and get stuck on good, so I can actually handle them and maybe use them. And we'll come back and finish hopefully stocking our shelf, and actually that'll probably be enough for the night. Call that a day. So like I say, I'm going to give that a minute and be right back, and we'll see what happens. Okay, hopefully that's stabilized enough for you to handle those, but there's what I ended up with on that one. Looks like the glue discolored the wood down there some, but I think it's going to be way back in the corner, so it's probably not going to be that big of a deal. But let's say everything seems to be staying and put on there, so now we just got this top shelf to worry about, which is probably going to be more difficult. Let's see. So I guess let me try the see if this not old B7000. Well, it survived that. Put this stuff seems to get. I think it's a little thicker just because it's older. It could be down in a good smear maybe. And hope we can stick these guys in here without much drama. It says so the front ones are the little green guy, that one, and this guy. And then the back is the rest, obviously. So let's start with this one. This seems like it'd be the most difficult to get in place. Supposed to go over into the corner there. Sort of stand up, maybe. Okay, sort of lean it against the front arch up there. And this little skinny guy here. Okay. Let's see how this goes. I just saw the glue on the tweezers before I grabbed it. Okay, let's see if I got some other tweezers over here. Let's see. These aren't super fine, so maybe I can find some uncontaminated ones. Okay, so there that one went. And a little green bottle next to that one. So, and then this is a bigger green bottle. Detachments, little invisible strings. And that fell over while I was waving it around. Okay, so sit you down for a minute. You have a label on there, so I want that nobody's ever going to be able to see in here. I'm going to try and get it sort of facing forward. Fell over immediately. Push the bottom under. Nope. Stuck it right in the glue on the top. Okay, back to the tweezers. Stay in there. Stand up. And it's standing up. Of course, the label facing the wrong way, but I think I'm going to have to just allow that. Go smush down. Okay. Now, back to these big green ones. Supposed to be in. Okay. Okay, it's hanging off the back of the shelf a little bit, but it's not past the outer layer, so that's good. I just ease that one on right next to it. I think it's supposed to be over here, but I don't think I can make that work. Here guys. I don't think. think that's good if I can get that sort of set. Out. I'll knock these all over now. I think get you over into the. Nope, knocked everything out. Okay, I'm gonna pull one of those. I don't think there's room for them. Get you situated straight and back up. That's where I'm gonna. I don't think that one will fit over here, but I believe this one might fit here. Looks like it's gonna be. So I'm gonna have one bottle left over, but there's what I ended up with. I think I'm gonna stick with that because I don't think my patients can take much more of this. And against my better judgment, I am gonna try and move this one just a little bit over. Yeah, a little space there. Yeah, so that's going to be the final product, I believe. You know, and look here, I think as a little Easter egg for anybody who actually watches, I think I've got room for it. I'm going to put this last stray guy sort of up here on the corner. So it'll be sort of like a hidden potion for. I think I'm gonna have room for that to fit. One, install it, and okay. And I'm looking at this. We're supposed to make a couple more pieces and then install it, but I think I can get away with installing it right now. It looks like it just. Oh, I forgot. There's. Oh yeah, I showed you at the beginning. I'm confusing myself with making 2 videos in a day. Okay, so this is going back here, and then our scrolls go next to it, and our map goes up on the wall. Yeah, and then the stuff we make. First thing tomorrow will be part of the decorations of this room. That's how I'm going to do this. Okay, so you're going. Oh, this one fell over. What's going on here? Stand up, dude. Okay. I think I want to make sure it's upright. Put you in for the long term. That's going to go in. Okay, I was wrong. It doesn't fit. I thought I could have that up there. This is going to go back here like that. This guy goes on the wall here, I guess below our little light. And this is leaning up against the side, like so. So once we do this, we'll call that a day. Should be pretty straightforward. Just get the 7,000 out. I'm just going to go nice bead down both sides. And on this side, because it's going into the corner. And ease you over into place. And actually that far side didn't matter because this is actually a little proud there, so it didn't even connect. But the back will be enough to hold it in for sure. And this guy, doesn't take much to hold something like this in. Just swirl there. And like so. Maybe I'll just have, I really want to use this extra bottle, so let me see if I can't just squeeze you in down here at the bottom of our, right down there, and then I'll have this guy sort of going around it. So, straighten you out. I feel like that glue's barely making contact. Okay, let's put some around the edge then. That feels better. Okay. But that is what we're going to call a night. I was wanting to get a little bit further, but I think that suits me. Like I say, got our little scene there. I'm digging. Let's see what happens when we turn the lights on there. Yeah, sort of. Okay, so it actually hits the moss stuff there. So it's sort of a shadow effect. Alright, I'm digging it. Alright, and that's... I should take these all the way down. See how it looks with no lights, extra lights. Yes, still got a nice well lit scene in there. You can see everything you want to. Oh, making progress. Alright, I am going to call it there. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share, do whatever you want to with all of that. Be good to one another, stay safe, and click on a link. There's my channel up there if you'd like to subscribe. There's my other channel. Try and do experiments a couple times a month on it. That is what YouTube thinks you should be watching, and here is the playlist for this whole build. I'll see you tomorrow.